I think I didn't really have too much time to warm up before this match. I was in the physio getting it taped, and I sort of ran out of time. So next match I want to do a bit of a better warm up and go out there with a bit of sweat and warm it up a little bit, and I think it should be okay.
Because by the second set you were moving pretty well. There was no problem in the second.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit, but I was definitely, as the match went on and I got a little bit more warm, I think that's the key to the knee. So I just got to get warm before I head out there.
You said on court that it had been a couple of weeks since it had been sore. What was the trigger back then?
Don't really know, I just guess I was doing some training and just the load coming back into it off the off season. Nothing serious, I guess.
What was your verdict on the match?
I was actually really surprised with the way he serves. I heard that he serves pretty well, but he's got a very tricky ball toss. He sort of throws it right a little bit and can go both ways on the ad side. So, I think that's going to be a weapon for him that he can use. I'm assuming that he's going to develop his game and climb up the ranks pretty soon. I think he's going to have a pretty good year.
Just looking ahead to Sok in the last match, that's obviously going to be a tough one for you. He's the highest ranked guy you're playing against. How much tough do you think that'll be from what you've had so far?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. He's 23 in the world, and I know that he had a great year. He finished strong, and he's one of the young guys that can be a danger to these top guys as well. He's got a dangerous game. He's got a great serve, great forehand, and he's a pretty good athlete as well. So he knows his game. He knows how to use it. So I know it's going to be tough, but at the same time, it might not be. It's probably going to be easier to play him than the other guys. The other guys take it really, really seriously. So I know that Jack and I get along pretty well off the court. So we're going to have some fun out there, and obviously we both want to win. But at the same time, I think our first priority is going to be just having some fun and just keeping it loose out there for the crowd.
You guys play doubles together. How often do you catch up off the court?
Yeah, at tournaments, we're pretty close at tournaments. Well, we occasionally keep in contact when I'm back in Australia and he's back at home. But nothing changes when we're back on tour. We know that we can hang out whenever we kind of want off the court. So me and Jack's relationship is pretty good. I know what Jack's going to bring to the court tomorrow. He's got a big game, and he knows what I'm going to bring as well. So at the same time, it's going to be easy to play him.
Just a word on Pavlasek. He's finally got back on court today. How tough has it been for him, and how pleased are you to see that actually happening?
Yeah, it was really unfortunate to see him be out for so long. I think something there wasn't right, and I'm really glad that they got it back because he was a vital part of my development growing up. Having him beside me, sort of sharing the pressure, and then playing together. But it's good to see him back, and hopefully he can get that right for his singles. It's good to see him back on the doubles court, but he's ultimately a singles player, and he's a great singles player. To be honest, it's tough for me to get out training at any temperatures, to be brutally honest with you. But it's always tough. For me, it's actually easy to train when it's hot. It feels like your body's warm already. You can get out there, and when you feel yourself sweating, it feels like you're working hard, and I feel like it's easy to get motivated. When it's cold, it's tough to train, I think.